Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. So if I want to install SAP server, ECC server on a machine, what are the prerequisites, right? So first we'll talk about prerequisites. Can you tell me that with your knowledge all this time, whatever you gained from the knowledge you have gained, can you tell me what are the prerequisites?
I would say a Windows or a Unix machine.
Yeah.
Server.
No, it starts from very basic. What are the prerequisites? Very basic. What will you first think as a student even? What is the very basic one you need before you install?
OS.
No, don't think more basic.
We have a computer first.
Yeah, that is too basic.
SAP Media. SAP Media.
Pardon? No, before that, you have to first tell, pardon? No, you have to first tell download. You have to first say download the latest. You always use the latest. What is that? What? Latest installation manuals. For where will you download? From where? From Marketplace. From Marketplace, right? SAP Marketplace. Then what is the next one? So you download the manual and then what do? You just keep it in a side, read and read a few times. ECC installation is easy, but you may be doing installing Installation Manager, you may be installing something else, right? Portal or something else. So you have to read the manual at least 2-3 times and understand, right? Then second, we assume that all the teamwork is done. You have talked to the other department people and then you have talked to your team lead and you have decided on many other things. Then after that, you have to do this, right? So the second thing, you can download installation media also or buy installation media or whatever it is, right? Download installation media. Or you can say get installation media. Like how many DVDs will be there, you think? Yeah, maybe about 5-6 DVDs, right? So you are looking at maybe 32 gigabyte or 40 gigabyte of things, right? I mean, files, right? But when you install, it will be unzipped. So the server will take about 250 or 230, 240, 50 gigabyte of space because it will unzip and install, right? So it takes a lot of space. And then you got the installation media also. Then get the server ready also, right? So get the server hardware ready first. Hardware ready. So you decided a server. Then what do? You just buy any server? Most of the hardware supports CCC. Most of the good hardware supports, right? Yeah. So what do you do? Yeah, sizing. Do the sizing. Do the hardware sizing. Yeah, sizing means depending on the number of users going to use, what are the programs you are going to run, all those things. Based on all those things, do the hardware sizing. So you have to decide how much memory you need. Then what else? How much hard disk space? Whether you have to do what type of RAID you wanted to use. RAID, and for what purpose you want to use RAID. All those things. All those things you have to decide. Okay, all those things you have to decide. Okay. How do you do the sizing? You can do sizing with the help of SAP sites, with the help of marketplace. Okay. So now you decided you bought the right hardware. Okay. And this hardware, why you are very particular about sizing? I have a lot of money, so let me buy a biggest hardware available, right? I mean the best hardware available, right? So then you are wasting money, right? Because this hardware is very expensive, right? Because you're using high-end machines, right? So you're wasting. At the same time, if you buy something which is less than what is required, then you are going to upgrade after a few months once again, right? So that will be a problem. So you decide at the beginning so that it will run for another 4 or 5 years without any problem, right? After 5 years, maybe you are going to upgrade also. We don't know, right? Yeah. So number 4. So your machine is ready, and before that you have already decided. You have already decided on what? On operating system and database. So you know what operating system you are going to use, what database you are going to use. Okay. Okay. And also you have already decided about the system name, host name. You already decided about the host name, SID, right? You should have already decided about instance number you are going to give or numbers you are going to give. You have already decided. And based on this, you have generated the solution manager key. Good morning. We're talking about SAP installation, okay? And we just started and we typed all what we said so that you can read, right? Solution manager key, what is that? During installation, it will ask us for a solution manager key, right? So based on the SID you have given and the host name you have given and also the instance number, it generates a SID. Once you install the SAP system, can I change the SID? Can I change the host name? Can I change the instance number?
I don't think so. SID can be changed.
You cannot change all those things. You cannot change, but I can add more instances. Okay, so this cannot be changed after installation. Don't worry about writing. I can email you or I can put it in directory. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about writing. You just read this. Yeah. I will be putting in the directory. Right? So I will save it. Documents, SAP installation. Okay. This cannot be changed after installation. Then what is the fifth one? So now you have the hardware. You have decided on the operating system, database, and all before, right? So first you install the database, install the operating system. Okay, any operating system. It supports all operating systems, server capable. Operating system. Yeah, operating system on top of the database. Okay. So install operating system. So after installing operating system, right? So what do you do?
Install the database server.
Before that, we have to prepare the operating system. Prepare the OS for SAP installation. What is that? What do you mean by preparing the OS for SAP installation? Yeah, certain configuration you have to do, right? Say for example, by default you may have swap space You may have swap space what? Maybe 2 gig or something. There is nothing, right? So increase swap space. Swap space. Before that, before increasing, multiple slices are good. Multiple slices are good. Why multiple slices are good? Tell me. Rather than having only one partition, you use partition. In Windows they call partition, right? In Unix we call slices, right? So multiple partitions are good. Multiple slices are good. Why? Then you can have, if suppose you are going to create for Oracle redo log files, you can't put all the redo log files in one slice. Or one if it crashes, then everything is gone. So you can spread them among multiple slices. Okay, you can do mirroring, right? You can do RAID 5. For data, we do RAID 5, right? So those type of things can be done if you have multiple slices. Okay. Then increase the swap space. Why we have to increase the swap space? Preferably also preferably in multiple sizes. Why we have to create swap space in multiple slices? Preferably in multiple sizes. Why is that? Why can't you put swap space in one place? Multiple slices or multiple hard drives. Hard drives are better. HDDs are better, right? Hard drives. If you have multiple hard drives with separate controller, why we have to have multiple hard drives with separate controller rather than multiple slices, which is why multiple, that is better? Separate. Redundancy and then?
Well, because if a hard drive crashes, then you lose all the slices sometimes.
Yeah, so that's also redundancy and also speed. Accessing speed will be more, right? So multiple slices or hard drives with separate controllers, that is better, right? Okay. Then increase swap space. Increase swap space, preferably in multiple slices or hard drives. Hard drive is better. Less swap, less on boot hard drive. You don't create much swap in the boot hard drive. Why is that? Because it's already booting and already doing operating system work. So we avoid putting too much in the boot hard drive, but the other hard drives we can put more swap space. We can create more swap space, right? Okay, then C. So I created more swap space.
So Don, the actual values for that, are those guidelines given by SAP?
Yeah, if you read the manual, they will tell you depending on your sizing, okay? But we normally create 8 gig, 9 gig, but in a real-time environment, they may create 15 gig up to 20 gig. They may create swap space, right? You can observe after the system boots how much swap is occupying, it's occupying, right? So if you feel that you have to increase, you can increase, right? So this SAP is very memory hungry and swap space hungry, right?